Hello, and welcome to my channel. It's the Network Specialist. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Everything I will discuss in this video will be allegedly and in my very own opinion. Let me read that again. Everything I will discuss in this video will be allegedly and in my very own opinion. You are welcome to have your own opinion as well. Today, we will have an open dialogue about Tyler Perry's new movie, Beauty in Black. Hey, Celeb Talk with Captain Venus. Thank you so much for being here, sis. And she did say that this is new information. And so she's excited to listen. Hey, beautiful Linda Gamble. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Kicking It with Courtney. Thank you so much for being here. So, first, I want you guys to put a one in the chat if you have watched Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black series. Put a one in the chat if you have seen this movie. Put a two in the chat if you have not seen this movie. Hey, American Born, thank you so much for being here. So, a one if you've seen it, and a two if you have not seen it. Okay. So while you guys are getting those ones and twos in the chat, let me go ahead and say this. Hey, Cece, thank you so much for being here. Overall, I like the movie. Like, I couldn't stop watching. Although it is very, very sexual in nature. I do like the movie. And American Born says she hasn't seen it yet. It's a great watch. And Kicking It with Courtney says, I barely turn on my TV. You know what? When we were talking earlier, Courtney, I was thinking to myself, like, how do the people have the time to watch all this TV? Because I just don't have the time. I wish I did, but it's hard for me. I have to be very strategic about what I choose to watch because I just don't have that much time. Like I want to watch like everything. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but I have to really be selective because I just don't have the time. And Cece said, too, I can take Tyler Perry movies. You can't take Tyler Perry movies or shows. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Hey, it's Tay T. Thank you so much for being here, sis. So, this is what I want to say. Tyler Perry went from all of his movies being so much alike, and everybody was kind of like over the Tyler Perry thing. I had a really good friend. She used to absolutely love Tyler Perry. When she wanted to have a good laugh, she was all on the Tyler Perry movies. I never really got into Tyler Perry like that. I knew he was a favorite of hers, but I didn't really get into him like that. And Kicking It with Courtney says, me either. I always wonder how content creators review 50, 11 shows. Okay, exactly. I just don't have the time. So it has to be something I really like and I really believe in for me to take the time and watch. Because other than that, I kind of like crime shows. I really do. I'm not going to lie about that. When I do have the time, that's what I want to go to sleep to, watching a crime show. Like, what's my favorite one? Dateline, those things. Okay, because I have adult ADD. My attention span is very short. So, sometimes I'm just not in the mood to watch a 2-hour movie. So I would prefer something that's a lot shorter. I can probably make it to the end. Otherwise, I probably won't make it to the end. So Tyler Perry went from all of his movies being a lot alike and people were kind of like over it, so then he went from that to making movies that, let's say, how do I want to put this? He went to making movies that overly exaggerated, the homosexual lifestyle. And my same friend that really liked Tyler Perry, she's actually the one that brought it to my attention. because again, I don't really watch his shows like that. Maybe some of the ones that were really popular I might have seen, but I don't really get into him like that. So she's the one that pointed it out to me that, she used to really love Tyler Perry, but now it seems like all of his movies are, it over exaggerates homosexuality or whatever the case may be. And not only that, it's also painting homosexuality in a bad light, like making them look over sexualized and promiscuous. And please, please, please put your feedback in the chat because I want to know what you guys think. And Courtney says, all the shows I really like get canceled. Yes, canceled, or you got to wait so long. For me, the ones I really like, you got to wait. So if it's a series, you have to wait so long for it to come back on. And then once it does come back on, sometimes I just forget about them and I'm on to the next. And Cece said, the reason I listen to CC's is because I can't and don't want to watch 50, 11 shows. Got it. And they kind of help you determine, what to watch. And it's T says, I don't have time to watch a lot of television either. No, life be life. And like, we have so many responsibilities. It's kind of hard. And Aries Girl Podcast. Thank you so much for being here, sis. She says, hello, everyone. And if you guys have not checked out Aries Girl Podcast, she is a content creator. She has amazing content on her channel, of course, as well as Kicking It with Courtney. And I know everybody here, we all, follow Courtney and love her channel. And so definitely go follow Aries Girl Podcast as well. And Courtney said, CC, I desire to be like them, but I barely can get through a full season of one show. Exactly. And Tay T says, I love real estate shows mostly. Okay, got it. And Courtney says, yes, P Valley takes 3-year breaks. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow, I've never watched that show. And Courtney says, I love real estate shows too, or used to since I don't watch a lot of TV. Gotcha. So, again, I watched I want to say, was it 8 episodes? It was either 8 or 10 episodes. So I did watch all of the episodes, and it was an easy watch, but the show is centered around a strip club, and there's a lot of sexuality going on in this movie. And especially, I mean, it's a little bit of both because at the, strip club where the movie, is centered around, there it's a unisex strip club, so they have male dancers and they have female dancers. So but like outside of the club, we all know about the VIP rooms inside of the club, but outside of the club, you can go to the back of the club and people are all on top of cars, I guess in cars, just having sex. Like, I don't remember ever watching a movie that was so sexual. I don't know if Tyler Perry is tapping into his, like, sexual energy. I'm not sure where all of this is coming from, but the movie is very sexual. They even have a father and a son. The son is openly, gay or whatever the case may be. But the father is low key gay, and he's coming to the club on the DL, the same club which his son goes to, but he's on the DL. So his son really doesn't know that he's going to this club because he'll ask for a lady to go in the private room. But once she got in there, she noticed that he wanted to sit in a particular spot because he wanted to watch the men that was performing through like an open space where he could see them. And she was on it. She picked it up right away and she called him out on it. So he kind of knew that she was different. So from that point on, he would go there, he would ask for her, and he would get her to help him to, navigate him meeting up with this particular guy after they got off work, you know. And this show is centered around a very rich family. So they have a lot of secrets going on. And Venus said, love her down. And who is that, Venus? And Love Seen Her says, "Hey, network specialist. Hey, sis. Thank you so much for being here." And American Born said, "It's on my list to watch. Get to it, girl. It is very interesting. I mean, there's never a dull moment. I will say that. And the last two movies that Tyler Perry did, I did like them, but this one is a little bit over the top. Now, if if you kind of like what they call overly saved or whatever the case may be, this might not be the movie for you because it is very strong sexual in nature. And it's Tay said, I'm still trying to catch up on Reasonable Doubt. Okay, got it. Yeah, this movie just came out. I want to say, was it on October 24th? So it's very, very new. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you so much for being here, sis. And Stop Lying American. Okay. And Courtney said, Tyler Perry, a freak. I really do believe to make a movie like this, you have to be an undercover freak. I'm just saying, like, I'm just keeping it real. American Born says, now I know it's a strip club I'm watching. Yes, it is definitely centered around the strip club and some very, street-like activity with, people dying and different things. It's over the top. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. And Love Seen Heard said, "Oh wow. Yes, absolutely." And Celeb Talk with Captain Venus said, "OMG, it's hot." And y'all thought what was the movie that Lisa Ray played in Players Club? Y'all thought that was piping hot. That don't have nothing on this movie. This movie is over the top, and the way it went off, it is a shocker. Like, and they did say it's not coming back to 2025. And I'm like, well, damn, I wish it would have just been a movie. If I gotta wait, till 2025, I wish it wasn't even a series. Cause I want to know. I want to know what's going to happen, and I'm not going to tell it because I know you guys are going to go and watch it, so I'm not going to tell the ending, but it is definitely worth the watch. If you can stomach all of the sexuality, you're good. But if you're sensitive to those things, then you might not want to watch. And Venus said, "Holy, holy." Yes, I heard a couple of people talking about it, and I was kind of trying to figure out if I really wanted to take, because I'm not really into the series thing. Like, I usually try to do those maybe on a Sunday when I'm just going to kind of like Netflix and chill, because it does take a lot of time. And I'm not the type of person, I'm not going to just watch one episode. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to watch it until it's done. I might pause it a time or two, but for the most part, I'm gonna watch it till it's over. And Courtney says, "Love your forever, Venus." Oh, that's so sweet. And it's Tay T is laughing at Courtney. But I can't believe nobody has seen the movie. It's been like highly publicized. And Courtney says, "Yeah, we love them scripples." Oh, but you know what's so nasty? Oh my God. Like the guys that are in the script club, they will do anything strange for some change. So even though they don't want the women that's coming to see them to know that they're low key sleeping with men to get that extra money, they do it on the down low. But it's also strange because they have a room for the men and they have a room for the ladies. So in the men's room, they're all walking around butt naked or with their thongs on, and that's just nasty. Like, a real straight man does not want to be in a room with a half naked man unless that's what they're into. So even that part of the movie is kind of weird for me because all of the men claim that they're straight until a gay man comes up in there and makes them an offer. Then they're willing to, make that money even though they claim that they're straight. And Courtney, what you mean about yeah, we love them strippers? Hey, Chronicles of Kim K, thank you so much for being here. Chronicles of Kim K, did you watch? Let me see. She said, "Happy Friday. I'm literally about to watch it now. They say it's good. It is good, girl. It is good." I mean, you're not going to be disappointed. You might have to take a shower after the fact, but I'm just saying. I'm being facetious, y'all. Um, and Cece said, I guess TP is moving from the older church auntie fan base. He absolutely is. And he's tapping into his sexual energy. We've all heard the rumors about Tyler Perry. And maybe this is kind of like his way of coming out. I mean, because to even make this type of movie, you have to be, kind of okay with your sexuality, if I might say so. I mean, because I don't feel like a totally straight man will make this type of movie again. Guys, this is my opinion, okay? Because an openly, a straight man might just feel uncomfortable about making this type of movie. And that's just my opinion. And Venus says, I'm about to drive, but I'm still listening. Okay, no problem. And Love Seen Heard is speaking to everyone. And American Born said, it's a series, right? Not a movie. Absolutely right. It is a series and it has 8 to 10 episodes. It's either 8 or 10. I'm kind of unsure right now. Guys, give me one moment. Okay, I am back. And American Born also said, I'm about to start it today. Okay, okay. And Venus says, oh my God, what's a thong? Venus, come on now. You're a married woman. I know you're not asking what a thong is. Some people call them thongs. Some people call them tea bags. Some people call them barely nothing at all when you're wearing them. But yeah, when you want to be sexy for your mate, you put that on. And just going through some comments, and Love Seen Heard said, so is this based on Tyler Perry's story? It could be. It looked like he might have had some of these experiences. I could see him being the dad that was kind of low key sneaking into the club. You know what I'm saying? Hooking up. Well, asking for a woman, but actually wanting to be with a man. Because some men don't even feel comfortable going to a, what do you call it, when they have both men and women at the strip club, a unisex strip club. Hey, Q Catrice, thank you so much for being here. New subby, yay. And Cece said, does Medea show up? Oh, not at all, honey. Medea is gone. Like Tyler Perry said, he's not bringing Medea back, but I think he'll do it just to appease his Medea audience. So I'm looking for Medea to pop up in a movie any day now. But right now, he's on a totally different audience. And again, when he first got away from Medea, I forget the name of the show. I couldn't really watch it. It was a little because it had a gentleman that was bisexual and he was seeing men and women. So that's when I kind of stepped away from Tyler Perry altogether because it was a little nasty for me because this man was dating men and women. And it's okay if that's what you're into, but you need to let that woman know because not every woman wants to be dating a man that's bisexual. So I think you need to be honest about that. And Catrice says, I've watched the whole season and it is definitely good. It's actually wild, different for a Tyler Perry movie. There you go, guys. There's some more feedback. She says it's good and definitely wild. It is wild. Like I said, never a dull moment. Like it is, you're going to really enjoy it. If you don't really have the time to watch it all the way through, you might want to wait till the weekend so you can just Netflix, chill, have your little drink, and you will have a good time. And Venus says, don't come for my girls, TNS. What girls? OMG. Maybe that's the movie Sisters. I'm not really sure that I'm speaking of because I didn't watch, honestly. After that went down, I was just like, no, not for me. Cue the whole music. Speaking of music, the show has, and even when you look it up, it tells you who the music is by. The music is lit. It's straight gutter stripper type of music. It's something, let's see. I mean, I don't even know which type of artist that I can kind of that makes that type of music because it is very strip clubberish. So it's definitely the type of music that you would hear in a script club. I wouldn't even say what's her name? The one that's with Megan Thee Stallion. I forget her name. But anyway, it is some really sexual in nature type music throughout the whole movie. But the music does have a vibe. You know, I'm all about a vibe and a beat, you know. I don't really listen to the words. Hey, KB Mommy, thank you so much for being here. And she said, driving, but had to come out the bushes to say that, yes, I've seen the first part. And I'll just say, I've watched it 3 times, all 8 episodes. Oh my God. KB Mommy, you must really like that movie. You watched all 8 episodes 3 times. So there you go, guys. It's 8 episodes. I thought it was 8 to 10. Yes, guys, please hit that like button. And KB Mommy also said, I back to the bushes I go. No worries. And Venus said, KB, you nasty. Oh my God, Venus. Venus, you probably finna watch that movie right now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with seeing a little sexual stuff. I mean, you need to keep your sexual juices going, ladies. There's nothing wrong with that. And KB Mommy is speaking. And Aries Girl podcast says, okay, I'm going to watch as well. You all have me interested. You won't be sorry, Aries Girl. It is a good watch. She says, oh, okay. Yes. And as a matter of fact, Venus, that's a great movie to watch with your husband. You know, if we're being, real, that's a great movie because, after you watch the movie, you might get some action because I'm pretty sure after watching that movie, somebody going to be turned on. And American Born said Venus is being a child today. And American Born says, I've been to many a strip club. Okay, me too. And I'm the type of person I wouldn't have a problem with going to the strip club with my man. Okay, let's just keep it real here. I'm open to that. I haven't done it in ages, but I'm not opposed to it. And Yumina says, hello, the network specialist. Hey, Yumina, thank you so much for being here. And Courtney says, just like the real Tyler Perry. I low key believe that is the real Tyler Perry. Because the thing about it, Courtney, when you have money, you explore. Like you want to live out all of your dreams and fantasies because guess what? You have the money to do so. A lot of times they explore, drugs, all different types of drugs. And that's another thing about this movie. There is a lot of drug use. The people in this movie, they either have a glass of, what do they call that dark liquor that I don't really drink? They either have, a glass of liquor in their hand, like Marceau, or they're sniffing lines. There's a lot of drug use in this movie as well. This family is rich, but yes, the two sons are heavily on that cocaine as well as alcohol, and so is their father. The father doesn't do drugs, but he always pretty much has a drink in his hand. And that just seems to be the life of the rich and famous. They explore everything. They explore all of their sexual innuendos. They explore drugs. They do it all. I mean, if that's what it means to be rich, just make me comfortable, because I don't want to start doing all of these weird things, because I'm in these circles where, when they party, there's, drugs on the table, because I've never been around that, and I don't want to start just because, I get some extra money flowing around. But yes, this is a very, very, very good movie. And it makes you think, because we hear a lot about sex trafficking, if I can say that word. I'm just going to call it, you know, um, ooh, y'all heard me. So this movie kind of shows you what that looks like, because we know it's going on. We know that that's a $1 billion industry, unfortunately. So this movie kind of lets you see how all of that takes place and how that's going on right up under your noses, and we don't even know it. And Love Seen Heard says he kind of slid in some things in a few of his movies. Exactly. Like, how do you go from being Medea to this? Like, it's really weird. Or on Venus page, laugh out loud. Exactly. And it's Tay T is speaking to KB Mommy. And Q Catrice said, the men surprised me the most. My mouth was on the floor. What, okay, so you probably felt like me. Was it the fact that the men was in that one room, like walking around naked with no clothes on, and they were so comfortable doing it? Like, that's what kind of floored me, if that's what you're talking about, Q Catrice. And then the fact that they all kept saying, "Oh, I'm straight," and then they would hide and go in the bathroom so that they can, have some quickies with these men that were willing to pay money right then and there. They were hiding, telling the guys, "Look, I'm not about to lose my money for you. I got to keep this on the DL. This is how I get my money." And I feel like if you're able to do it for money, that's just who you are, because you're not going to sacrifice your morals or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to make a quick buck. And Courtney says, "Yep." And Venus says, "Just don't bring out the baby oil." Oh my God. Honey, trust me, they be bringing out. Oh my God. In the movie, the mom actually walked in on her son getting busy with a man. I'm like, oh my God. And I don't know if you guys know it, but what's his name? The one that was married to Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, her ex-husband. He's one of the men in the movie. This movie is centered around two brothers that started this hair care business, hair care line. So he's in this movie. So he's getting a bag out here. I mean, I don't know who Tina Knowles is going to go from, I mean, she's getting older up in age. She might have should have stayed with this guy. And KB Mommy says, Venus, I know you're not talking, ma'am. I remember you being a little late due to you giving your hubby his birthday gift. Oh my God. Call her out, KB Mommy. And Venus has said, and I've heard her say that she's kind of open, so I know she ready to watch this movie. She ain't fooling me. And it's T says, unlike the Scots. Yes. Yeah, this is a rich family, and they got money to burn, and they're using it on all of their, looks like all of their fetishes and whatever they're into. Yes, call her out. And Venus says, KB, oh my God, not you remember that. Yes, I done heard you say some pretty risque things too. Like, I'm open about mine. I said, I don't have a problem if, my husband wants to go to a strip club. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I haven't done it. I'm single, but if that's something he wanted to do, I don't have a problem with it. But it won't be a unisex strip club. Let's just sit that right there. It won't be that type of club. And Catrice says, yes, they did. Hello, by the way. And KB Mommy also said, American born, exactly. She's innocent child. I had to pull over when I heard that. She pulled over to call you out, Venus. And Q Catrice was like, yes, I was like, dang, Lord have mercy. And there's some fine men in that movie. And I know they just acting. So, hopefully they just acting. Cause baby, I would hate to think, that our options are getting smaller and smaller. Cause, that's how it's looking. And KB Mommy said, is Tay T just a little bit big sis? Hmm. And Love Seen Her said he is showing what is really going on, in my opinion. Yes, because remember when that actor came out and says, that Tyler Perry tried to hem him up, got him drunk. I mean, I'm thinking about bits and pieces, but I'm pretty sure. Well, you know what? Maybe he didn't call out the name, but we were pretty sure that it was Tyler Perry. So yes, he is, living out his fantasies through these movies. That's what it looks like to me. And Q Catrice says, yes, the men were so comfortable with each other. They all are definitely bi. Yes, I mean, they were in there like working now. I mean, oh my God. The movie is so wild and crazy. It really is. And those pole dancers, they are very talented. They were doing their thing. There were, a couple of people in there that, had butt jobs when it comes to the ladies. And, that was the way that some of them say they were getting their bag. The movie is wild, guys. I'm serious. Like, I couldn't believe, what was happening in this movie. And Q Catrice said that scene with the mom and son was crazy. Oh my gosh. If I walked in on that, you know, seeing one of my sons do that. And but you know what I didn't like, Q Catrice? I did not like the way that the mom spoiled her two sons. They were spoiled rotten, and all they did was get high off of the coquiana and drink all day. No work was going on. Like they were supposed to work for the family business. I mean, one of them would even be like getting high at the office. Like, it is wild. I've never seen somebody do so many drugs and alcohol at the same time. It was crazy. Like, they had an unlimited supply of the coquiana. She says, I thought I was watching a scene from P Valley for a second. See, I never seen P Valley. And I think Courtney says it only comes home every 5 years. And Dee Dee said, what like the Bonner brothers? Yeah, kind of like that. You mean like the hair products or whatever? Something like that. And it was a long-standing business because one of the brothers was a chemist and one of them went to school, for business. So they kind of put their smarts together and created this business. But during the movie, they're not really that fond of each other. So, they started this venture together, but then, they kind of went off and was doing their own thing. And the one brother does not like, you know, the other brother's sons because they're spoiled and they're just out there. So he doesn't like his nephews at all. Like I haven't seen a movie that crazy in a long time. Hey, sugar, sugar. And she says, whatever you're talking about, I'm about to go watch this child. Oh my God. Yes, it's Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. And that's another thing I wanted to point out. The last movie that Tyler Perry did, it was called In the Black. What's up with Tyler Perry and these titles with the word black in them? That's another thing. The titles are very, very similar. And Q Catrice says exactly, KB Mommy. It was worse than P Valley. gonna have to go and see if I can pull up P Valley if they still have those episodes on. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Like. And it's Tay says, I'm listening, but I'm jumping on a call. No problem, sis. Help me get them watch hours. And guys, just so you know, I had my watch hours months ago. So the thing that I'm struggling with to get my channel monetized is subscribers. I had my watch hours months ago, so I'm only waiting to get my subscriber count up. And Q Catrice says, okay, yeah, I think I already read that one. And Venus says, I love male strippers. They are talented and hardworking. Girl, let me tell you, when I was younger and I did go to the strip club a few times, I quickly found out that the strip club was not for me because scrippers, whenever they're going to do their little acts, is what they call them, they look for somebody that's small enough that they can flip you up, down, and all around. You know what I'm saying? So I found myself running from strippers. So I said, unless I go to a strip club, with my significant other, I'm not doing this anymore because, because of my size, I was a target for male strippers to come and try to get me up on the stage. And that's not my thing. I don't mind going, but I don't want to be flipped up and down and all around. And my stepdaughter, when she turned 21, she asked me if I would take her to the strip club. Oh my God. It was the worst idea ever. She looked so amazing. She had on a beautiful, classy white outfit and she wanted to have a good time because it was her birthday. And it was some strippers from Miami. Y'all don't ever do Miami strippers. They are buck wild, and I believe they be on that Coquiana. When I tell you that stripper, he did my stepdaughter so bad to the point where she couldn't hardly walk the next day. People were coming up to her and saying, I am so sorry he did you wrong. Can laugh about it now. She had bruises and she was light skinned, but she had bruises. Her knee was swole. Like he was very, very rough with her, flipping her all up and down. And she's not a small person like me. She's a pretty thick type of person. And it just seems like he was on something because he didn't do her right. Even the people that work at the club, they was coming up to her asking her if she wanted a drink because they felt bad. And I think that was probably the last time I went to a strip club, you know, without having a man with me. And KB Mommy said, Q Catrice, especially when the son and his boy toy. Yes, that son, he was out there. OMG. He couldn't get enough of going to that strip club, picking up men. He couldn't get enough of the drugs. He couldn't get enough of the alcohol. That one son is off the chain. Hey, Regina B, thank you so much for being here. Yes, you caught a live and make sure it's not your last one. And Love Seen Heard said maybe that's why Tina left because he was training for this movie and she couldn't deal with it. Oh my God. No, I don't think that's what it was. Um, not sure what it was. Um, one thing is he's an okay looking man, but I think that he looks older than what he actually is. Like, I don't think he's aging well, and that's just my opinion. I don't think he's aging well. And Regina B says, "Hey, sis, it's Tay T." Because Tina thinks she is all that. And Venus says she is back home and she is stuffing her face. And KB Mommy said that daughter-in-law is a witch. She's very cold-hearted and downright evil. OMG. You know what? I was so shocked when she flipped the script, KB Mommy, because at first she was at that convention, that hair convention, and she was just so nice and so pleasant. Soon as she walked out the door, she changed. I mean, her, she started showing her real self and even talked about the little babies. Oh my God, that was so funny. She was just like, what is going on here? Y'all let that nappy headed baby spit all up on me. Oh my God, she was so mean. Now, I have a question for you, KB Mommy. Now, she was a witch and she was very cold hearted and downright evil, just like you said. Now, do you think that when a man has a woman with that type of attitude and he treats her the way that her husband was treating her in that movie, do you think that's okay? Do you think that's warranted because she's such a bad person? Because I was kind of struggling with that. It was just like, just like you said, she was evil and cold hearted, but at the same time, you know, he was treating her bad. So I was thinking to myself, he may have started out being a nice guy. And after, she just turned evil on him, maybe she brought that out of him. Maybe she changed him because this is one thing I think about a woman that has a cheating spouse. Sometimes I feel like when you have a cheating spouse and you constantly find yourself always got to check his phone, trying to watch him to see what he's doing, to see if his habits are changing, and I've said this about people I know in real life. You don't start out being a vindictive, sneaky type of person, but after being with a cheater for so long, they start to change you because to be able to, you know, stay on top of them and see what they got going on, you kind of become this person, you know. So I don't know if he changed her or if she changed him, is what I'm saying. But yeah, you will change after being with that type of person. If you don't have the courage to leave, they will change your personality. And Regina says, I always hit that like button before entering, sis, the network specialist. Absolutely. I do the same thing, Regina B. So thank you so much for that. And KB Mommy says, P Valley was late returning, but they will be back 2025. When it first came out, my cousins and I watched the whole season in one night. It was that good. Okay. Now let me ask you this, KB Mommy. Do you think P Valley was better than this movie? Which one do you think is better? And Q Catrice says, yes, that could be mommy. And I was on the floor when I saw the scene with the attorney and the son. This series is wild, like capital WILD, wild. That was crazy because the wife, you know, the brother's wife had tried to come on to him. He wasn't interested in her at all. He wanted, the other brother, you know. So yeah, that scene kind of got me. And Didi said, I can see that you would be a target. Definitely. Haven't really wanted to go back since, to be honest. And Q Catrice says, you definitely have to watch P Valley. It was so good. Does anybody know if you can still find the scenes, the episodes on TV, and which station? And Courtney says, KB Mommy, I binged P Valley at first. It was so good. Okay. Yeah, I definitely watched this movie from beginning. You know what? I think I had to stop. I think I watched it on Sunday. No, when did I watch it? I'm not sure when I watched it, but I didn't watch it all and I finished it up last night. I only had a couple of episodes to go, and I guess I just fell asleep and couldn't watch anymore. And American Born says P Valley is so good. I'm gonna have to try to find it. I heard about it, but I never tapped into it. And Regina B says, "Hey, my sis, I spoke you. No, I can't forget about my sis, American Born. Yeah, she is so sweet. And KB Mommy says at Kicking It with Courtney, yes, it was. Did you see the second season? I haven't seen any season. And okay, so Courtney is also waiting on the new season. I feel like that's what we're all doing. We're just like waiting on these seasons, like we're waiting on, well, I know me personally, I'm waiting on Married to Medicine, I'm waiting on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and what else? Like it's just like the waiting game. And Q Catrice says, yes, Kicking It with Courtney, it was so good. I'm so ready to see the next season. And Courtney says, yes, I hate they take so long. It is so long. And it seems like Real Housewives of Atlanta is the longest for some reason. And Kevin Mummy says Tyler Perry has a 4 picture deal with Prime Video. He has two more. What? Well, if they're anything like this one, I mean, Tyler Perry is really in his bag. He is really in his bag because we're over the, what do you call it? I don't know. I didn't watch the old movies that he used to watch. Mama, whatever it was. And he's on something totally different. And Kevin Mommy says, yes, she's beyond bougie, so fake and phony. The wife, yes, on Stars. Okay. I'm gonna see if I have that. And KB Mommy said, no, ma'am, not at all. But it seems like she's dealt with so much of his cheating ways and his drug use. I think that maybe because she came from nothing and it's all about the money and prestige and status for her. Yes. And she goes overboard when it comes to protecting her reputation, but she's doing all of these slimy things. Like, don't you know that karma gonna spin the buck on the ass? Like, I don't understand how you always talking about like you're not gonna jeopardize your reputation and everything, but you're doing all of this slimy stuff. Like, girl, I mean, what you do in the dark is gonna come to light. Okay, so you've never watched P Valley. So we need to go and look it up. And Regina B said, Sister Network Specialist, you said don't make it my last. The only way I don't show up is leather, my computer acting up, or my phone, or it's definitely sometime YouTube can't always see the CC's lives. Okay, gotcha. And I like the 2 o'clock spot, just to let you guys know. And Regina B said that I know when you're not monetized, YouTube doesn't always show the CC's lives. Okay, that could be the case. And KB Mommy says P Valley is also on Hulu. Okay, got it. And American Born says, no, it's YouTube. They don't send us notifications on certain channels. They hating on us, Regina B. That could be the case because I don't get any of Courtney's notifications. But what I do is I just go ahead and I have my alarm set. So that's how I know when she's going live. And KB Mommy says her treatment of her assistant is downright trifling and degrading. The assistant, the driver, I mean, she treats everybody bad. Like she just have a real nasty disposition. Almost like she reminds me a lot of Destiny, you know, just like you said, somebody who ain't never had nothing and just want to be around people who got money to see what, she can get or whatever. And she said that the father didn't like the son and but really liked her and wanted her to run the business. Okay, so P Valley is turning returning early 2025. That's when a lot of things are coming back. Maybe that's why I keep missing lives. Yes, sometimes, they don't give you your notifications. But guys, I have to get back to work. I hate to go back. I want to be like some of the others and do this full time, but that's not going to be anytime soon. And KB Mommy said, maybe that's okay. No, not that. I'm sorry. You would think that she would be more humble. with such a great life, right? Well, you know what? Like I said, being with a man like that, yes, I totally agree. She's miserable. And the only other thing, Kimmy, in this movie, sometimes I just want to reach my hand through the screen and choke her. Like, girl, like, yes, I understand you're in a situation and you're afraid for your life, but sometimes you just got to leave, just walk away. Like, at this point, I mean, jail would be better than the life that you're living. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to just like hold yourself accountable. And if I were her, I would go to the police. I would turn state's evidence. I would tell everything that's going on in that club. And hopefully, I would be in the witness protection program and they can help save my life. But I would not continue to go through that type of situation. There's just no way. And I know that when you're in that type of situation, you feel stuck. But baby, it just, I just couldn't do it. That's what I didn't get. Why does the father and uncle trust her so much? I'm not sure. Maybe because the sons and the nephews are so crappy. I mean, she is the one that's the most business minded. All they do is do drugs and drink alcohol all day. I mean, she's the only one that actually helps to run the company. And Regina B says, exactly, sis, American born facts. That's why the ladies, my sister, I love and support. I like to explain my word. My word is bond. And American Born says it's happening to all of us, unfortunately. So all good, Regina B. And KB Mommy said, OMG. Yes, Kimmy, please stop being so special. She was making me mad. And Regina B says, as always, thanks, sis American Born, for the info. And guys, I'm going to have to end on that note. Thank you so much for being here. I really had fun on this live. And we're probably going to have a follow up because now that all of you guys are going to watch it, we're going to have another conversation about this movie because I definitely want your feedback and I want to continue to have an open dialogue about this movie because I want to know what you guys think about Tyler Perry and these overly sexualized movies that he's starting to create. So please, watch the movie series. There's 8 episodes, and we'll have a follow-up conversation about that. And American Born says, thank you for the review. And KB Mommy said, have a great day, ladies. And yes, we're gonna follow up. We're gonna definitely follow up. Great review. I loved it. Thank you so much, KB Mommy. And you ladies have a great rest of your day and talk soon. Bye for now. Thank you, Regina.